Welcome back, USAnts fans. Today, as always, I've got more exciting ant content just for you. Surely you've seen by the title of the episode, we've got a celebration to attend. But first, a recap previously on USAnts. With food being a major order of business, we built a mealworm farm so we could have a lasting food supply for our growing colonies. We went over the life cycle of mealworms from egg to larva, then they can branch off into pupa and eventually beetles, or ant food and then poop. We set them up in a spacious living space with 2 stories and all the needs of today's modern mealworm. Hephaestra, our Camponotus pennsylvanicus queen, was busy tending to her ever-growing brood. She had 4 workers at that time and larvae that were ready to pupate. Demeter, our Messor Barbarus queen, on the other hand, was still all alone in her test tube. She had a healthy pile of brood to feed, and it was just a matter of time before they took the next step and pupated. Well, that brings us to today's video. One other order of business though. Don't forget to hit that bell icon and the like button and the subscribe button so you never miss any future videos on the USAnts YouTube channel. Let's get started. Presenting Queen Demeter. Wait, what's that? Something's crawling around in there with her. Are those nanitics? Oh my god, we've got to celebrate. Pop bottles, shout it to the world. Demeter's done it. She successfully raised her first batch of workers. I remember the day I first got her. She was so terrified, but she did what she could to defend her small batch of eggs. I think there were just 3 at the time. She and I didn't get much time together before now because she's fully claustral. Fully claustral means that before her first workers mature, she doesn't need to eat anything. She would sustain herself and her larva off nothing more than her own body tissue, the wing muscles in her back to be precise. All I needed to give her was water, darkness, and time. I check on her once a week just to make sure she was still alive, but no more than that. And let me tell you, it was hard. I wanted to check on her progress daily, but as any good ant keeper would tell you, that is dangerous. In these early stages, stress is the most detrimental thing for a new queen. Luckily for me, I had other things to keep me busy. Hephaestra and the mealworms were enough for the time, but not anymore. We've got more to keep up with now. Double the colonies means double the fun. Another difference that I noticed is in the pupation stage. The Camponotus larvae spun a cocoon around themselves when it was time for them to pupate, while the Messor seemed to pupate naked. I wasn't sure why one species did this while the other one didn't, so I took my questions to Google. The purpose of the cocoon is to protect the pupa from infection during this critical stage. Ants don't have doctors, so getting sick can lead to eviction, which is assuredly death. Making cocoons seems to be a great trait to have. It protects from infection, and the weaver ants of Asia and Australia use their larvae silk to tie leaves together to make their nest in the trees. The naked babies aren't completely exposed to the elements though. Ants have antibacterial saliva. Demeter made sure to take the time to lick her babies clean daily. Now that they're grown, they can do it to the new larva, and she can focus on laying more eggs. It's pretty neat how nature provides a way to ensure that each species is equipped with what it needs to survive. In this case, Camponotus has a 2-layer defense, but Messor proves that 1 is enough. A third thing I noticed is that Demeter's running out of water, so I figured this would be the best time to show all of you, if you didn't already know, how to make a test tube setup. This is a pretty simple exercise that all ant keepers need to know. You can search YouTube for test tube setup tutorials and get countless vids. I figured it wouldn't hurt to add one more to the mix. First, you'll need your supplies. 1 clean test tube. You also need 1 cotton ball, 1 stick, and of course, water. You'll probably be okay with tap water, but I prefer to give my ants bottled water. I got my test tube from Ants Canada. It comes with this fill line, so you know exactly how much water to pour in. I think it's kind of cool since I prefer things to be dumbed down for me. Now, you're going to pour water into your test tube up to the fill line. First, I'm going to go ahead and make my cotton ball a little smaller since I don't need the whole thing. If you don't have a fill line in your test tube, you can fill it up about 2/3 of the way, and that should be okay. Got a bit too much. Next, you'll take your cotton ball and place it in the test tube. Don't push it down in there too far just yet. And using your stick, you'll push the cotton ball all the way to the water. You want to do this fast because if you do it too slow, you'll get air bubbles. And finally, give your cotton ball a few taps to make sure that the moisture is being absorbed. Tap, tap, tippity tap, tap. And there. That wasn't so hard, was it? And you can do it too. Look, no air bubbles. Well, that's about all the time I have for today's episode. Drop a message in the comments below to tell me what your favorite parts of the video were. Mine was when I first unveiled Demeter to see her new nanitics. I was so excited. I can't wait to see just how big her colony is going to get in the coming years. As always, if you like what you saw, hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for notifications so you're always up to date on USAnts content. And if you'd like to see anything in particular, let me know and I'll try to get that for you. Until next time, USAnts fans, same ant channel, same ant love.